Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome to Morning Manna. I'm your host, Pastor Dan,
I'm your co-host, Lady Jazz.
and we'd like to welcome you into this episode of Morning Manna. We missed you all on last week. Glad for you all to join us here again. Do us a favor. While you're entering into this live feed, go ahead and hit that like button, as well as hit that share button, letting everyone know that Morning Manna is happening right here, right now.
Please don't forget to. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Morning Manna Show.
A week off, and you still
I just every time it's time for that part, I just laugh.
subscribe. Is this a funny word to you or something?
Subscribe.
Oh my God.
The other, in my car chronicles, I was saying Manuel,
For what?
and I was trying to say Manuel.
Mac.
I was in the car by myself.
Emmanuel. Thinking of the risen king. So you got Christmas on your mind, huh?
Yeah.
No, but again, like I said, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Morning Manna Show. Big shout out to Anchor. Anchor, it is the platform that allows The Morning Manna Show to be distributed on all of your digital platforms. So feel free to go ahead and download the Anchor app, or you can actually go into your Google Play or your Apple Podcast or whatever device that you use. Trust and believe that there is a platform that Morning Manna is able to be heard on with those different digital platforms. So big shout out to big shout out to Anchor for making Morning Manna possible for you to be able to hear us opposed to see us. Our business spotlight for today, goes out to my friend, my brother from another mother, Gerald Love and A Touch of Love Car Wash and Detailing Services. If you need your car detailed, then feel free to pull up. As a matter of fact, tomorrow he actually has specials. He has specials. I think it's an in and out special for like $15, I think, where he'll get you together just for a high 15. So be sure to follow him on IG, as well as reach out to him so you can take part in all of his car wash and detailing needs. Again, that is A Touch. You got amen?
I mean, because
Okay.
everything that you talk about or you say out of your mouth, it's like he has on his preacher voice.
Nah, but I don't even have a preaching voice, dude. I just talk, man. I just want the people to hear me. I want to enunciate my words opposed to saying Manuel. So again, A Touch of Love, Car Wash and Detailing Services. Like I said earlier, we gladly happy to have you all here with us. We definitely missed you all on last week. As a matter of fact, while we're getting ready to dive into our topic for today, do us a favor. Go ahead and like and share again. We want to get the numbers up.
Yep.
Make sure that everyone knows that we are in here and we're getting ready to talk about something by the name of falling temptations. Better yet, let's change that. Let's do fighting temptations. You like that?
Either or.
Oh, well, we're going to do fighting temptations because Beyonce was in that movie.
Oh my God. I
So-
don't even think I ever watched that movie.
Really? With Cuba Good and Judy?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, man.
Didn't spike my
It
interest.
didn't.
Nah.
That's cool. I'm going to sit you down and have you watch it.
No, you're not.
Just like you ain't want to cry when G-Baby died in
Oh
Hardball.
my gosh. Like you had, didn't we go over this on
I
one of
think
the
so.
previous shows?
I think
like,
we did.
I don't have to cry because G Baby did
Oh.
passed away.
My bad. He ain't passed away. He got murked.
Well, he got murdered, and I listen. Watch Grey's Anatomy, you'll cry.
Well,
I cry, you cry.
shout out to all my Grey's Anatomy watchers out there. Y'all know who
Yes.
y'all are. All y'all that watch Grey's Anatomy and be posting it on social media like we know what y'all talking about. Derek! Oh my God, Derek! Like, what you talking
Like
about,
you
bro?
have to watch it. Like you have to.
How many
watch
seasons is it so far?
It might be maybe 20 something.
Oh yeah, it's too late. It's too late in the game. Like,
No, it's never too late.
It's
like,
too late in the game.
I will watch it with you.
I'm sure you will.
I would.
I'm-
You should watch it.
I said it's too late in the game. Like, what does it have to do with? We're gonna get on to our topic, but let's real quick. What is what
It's
is
just
it?
Doctors, like how Law and Order have real, how they take their episodes from
Based it on
something-
true stories. So these are doctors.
Yeah.
But my thing is, what do I got to watch a doctor show when I know the doctor who's the doctor in the secret? No,
So it's 17 seasons,
it's 17.
but Listen, Pastor always talk about me. He always talking about I be watching smuts
You definitely watch some much.
shows.
You watch kids.
Shut
I
up.
have no legs.
Shut up. He always talking about so like in the it's not no kids watching us for real, but like in the beginning of the seasons, it's just a lot of boning.
See, and now that was
Doctors
the reason
and
that you got me to
boning.
start watching Power, because like, what is you here watching?
Power is. Oh
Like,
shoot, my bad, y'all.
what you done turned on an episode? That's a shame, man.
It
But here
started
it is.
myself.
Hey, I heard you say Grey's Anatomy. Oh, she ready to watch this? Like,
But now later on, it's not that much boning going on. But in the beginning, shout out to my friend Josh. She had me watch it. We used to watch it at Chase.
oh man, you been the hook, line, and sinker ever since Grey's Anatomy. So I don't know. Maybe by next week.
He ain't gonna watch it.
Well, who knows? Who knows? Maybe by next week, I'll come back and give you all a different opinion about. Maybe I'll go watch an episode or two just to see. Because I mean, that's how I was with Power. I snuck and watched it, and the next thing you know, it was like,
Hooked.
yeah, it was like, I did the same thing with shout out to Snowfall that's coming
Yes.
back. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I did the same thing with Snowfall. I also did that with I'm gonna say I did that with P Valley.
P Valley is good.
Did that with P Valley, man. And you be having me watch all the shows, man. But you
P-Valley
can't
is
sit
good.
down and watch an NBA game with me.
I watch
When was the last time you watched a basketball game with me?
this season.
You ain't watched none of the
Nah.
bubble. Like,
Nah, it was quarantine. It was boring.
even if they got fans in the stands, you ain't. If it
I
ain't us
will.
going to an actual game, high school basketball and all
Probably.
that, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
all good.
hard.
I mean, maybe so. Maybe so. But no, let's because we'll keep rambling about these type of topics, and we got to
Sorry.
definitely touch on our topic.
Oh,
Excuse me. Okay, I messed
taboo.
up. We would need to touch on our topic, dealing with fighting temptations. Now, many of you know that even though I was born and raised in church. Dad is a bishop now. Mother's a missionary, born and raised in church. Pretty much been in church all my life. It doesn't qualify, nor does it just basically says that the church was in me. Yes, went to church every Sunday. Was at prayer meeting, choir rehearsal, all that good stuff. Friday night service, Sunday afternoon service. Did all of that. But I still have went out and had my struggles. I went out and
Right.
had my shortcomings. Still have went out and had my dances with the devil, as they would say. And we two stepped.
Right. Right.
And even now, being a pastor, being a young man, don't ever think that because you profess Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior and all of that good stuff, that temptation is going to leave. No,
Right.
there's temptation that's going to be around everywhere. It's temptation because it seems to me, and you hear so many different stories. You see all the different vlogs and all that kind of stuff, and how the church now has a bad name because many people fall into temptation. And one of the things it is that I have learned from my parents is, you don't put your mouth on, the man or woman of God, because
Hmm.
you don't know their struggles.
Right.
You don't know what they went through. You don't know how the situation happened the way that it happened. So instead of judging them, pray for them. Instead of trying to condemn them, pray for them. What's your intake when it comes to temptations?
I mean, temptations is. I feel like once you try to walk that straight line, temptations hit you even more. It's
True.
like, oh my gosh, like really, and you try your hardest to, like you say, fight temptations, but it
Cause they
can
come. They come.
it comes hard, like especially when you're trying to live a saved life. It comes hard.
It comes very,
And it's I don't
very
know
hard.
if because when you're out and you're sinning, you're not paying attention to
Because
every
it's not temptation when you out here willingly doing what you're doing. It's you, quote unquote, satisfying needs. You know what
hmm
I'm saying? So it's not temptation. When I was out here, in the world and all this and the third, I wasn't tempted to smoke weed. I smoked weed. I
Right.
wasn't tempted to drink.
Right.
Wasn't tempted to club. I did exactly that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like now being, who I am and doing what we do, now it is one of those things where, uh, you know, it's around you. You know what I'm saying? Like you see people that you used to hang with. You know, they're still clubbing, they're still
Right,
drinking, they're still
right.
smoking, and you know, and it's not to suggest that they're oh man, you looking at them with utter disgust. You looking at them sometimes like they having a
They
ball.
having some fun, like they
Like,
having
like
fun.
you looking at them, you know what I'm saying, basically saying like, hey, and I remember, you know what I'm saying, when I used to be in that circle. I
Right.
remember, you know, when I used to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because I see you know, a lot of my different followers or friends, you know, on Instagram, and even some of them are, you know, friends in real life, and I see in them, you know, they be, you know, on Instagram, you know, blowing and drinking and all that kind of stuff, and a lot of times, you know, it takes you back to a remember when stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It takes you back and have you thinking
Yes.
about, you know, how you used to do that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it has you, that's where the temptation starts creeping in. Well, you know what? You could go take a hit. You know, it ain't one hit ain't gonna hurt nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it will.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, matter of fact, why don't you call the weed man, see if his number's still the same? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you,
But people
it's
deal with that type of stuff.
definitely deal with those
That
type of
type of stuff.
temptations. Hold on, I gotta take a sip. I'm sorry.
I would. You're a little parched.
Definitely a little parched.
Usually
But
on Sundays you're a little juicy.
um, don't come for me. They just don't see you on camera. They don't know you how you over there. You know? Don't come for me there. But like I said, it is, and it's not like I said, temptations. It's not just the whole smoking or drinking. You know, it's the whole the fornication. It's the whole adultery, all that kind of stuff. Because you know, like I said, being a young man, even my wife being a young lady, you know, it is easy to fall in those type of temptations more so than it might be the smoking and the drinking. Because you know, let's be honest, you know, she've had sex before marriage, I've had sex before marriage, so
Right.
it's one of those things where you know when you experience it, like let's just be honest, you know, it isn't.
And even though, like, even taking off the first lady and pastor hat, even when getting married, before we became married, it was people weren't sliding in my DMs like they were when I got married. Like, what's
No,
up with
I
you?
think dudes just sliding in your DMs. Period.
No,
Right.
I don't know. I think it was really more when we got married. It was like, come on, like I'm married. When I was out here single, y'all ain't want me.
I mean, but I guess my thing is because I was that I think yeah. Oh, so I'm talking about sliding in DM. So I slid in her DM. She kept me on, on ignore.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? That's how I tried to get her first. Slid in her DMs. Well, they wasn't even DM. They was just messages back then. People ain't call
It
them
was
DMs.
Facebook messages.
Yeah, and she kept me on ignore. You know what I'm saying?
I was in a whole relationship.
I mean, but he wasn't around, so I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I
I
didn't. I
mean,
was trying to
yeah,
get to know you, so.
yeah.
But it is one of those things where you know, because of who you are, and then, like I said, this ain't trying to sound arrogant, conceited, or anything. But you know, I feel like that I'm an attractive young man. I know you are an attractive young lady. So it because all of that comes with the territory. You know, you're going to have people that slide in your DMs. You're going to have DMs you slide in and all that kind of stuff. So it's one of those things where you know the temptations they are there. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like I'll be honest. You know what I'm saying? I have been one of those guys that you know have known you know people were in relationships and I'm still sliding like. like telling on myself, you know, still
I'm
sliding, man.
sorry. I'm gonna be honest. I was never one of those
I mean,
types.
and hey, kudos to you, but I'm just telling you me. You know what I'm saying? I'm living my truth. You know, I have been one of those guys that I know people have been in DMs, and I've been the you know the famous line. Hey, I'm just trying to be your friend, like
No, I don't need no friends.
man, like oh man, you got a man. Oh, you can't have no friends. And
No.
I've been that guy. You know what I'm saying? I have been that guy. I have been that guy where you know it's been you know you got a whole dude. And you know what I'm saying? Oh, girl, you ain't got to worry about it. I ain't going to say nothing. You know?
You
like,
been the side piece,
yeah,
huh?
I've been the
So
side.
you
I've
was
been
the
the
side piece.
boyfriend number two.
So you was the one that they be having the little memes about, like, I'm a share, but I'm a stay in my place,
Yeah, I'm
huh?
staying in my place. You ain't got to worry about me coming up. You ain't got to worry about me getting entangled in the feelings. You ain't got to worry about me August Alsina and you. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been that guy. You know what I'm saying? I've been that guy where you know it wasn't. You know, I respected the game. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it is what it is. I respect the game. Like I ain't here, you know, trying to, interrupt your situation and what you got going on. It's just, sometimes when you need that late night company, what I'm saying? I was on
Oh my
deck.
gosh.
Like,
Oh my gosh.
I was on deck. You
And
know what
you
I'm saying?
have some people that'll be like, that'll go and do that, but
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely, absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
And my thing is, this ain't to try to blast nobody and make it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of it, like I said, the whole thing. Matter of fact, before we keep going, do us a favor. Go ahead and like and share. Y'all
oh
see it's
yeah,
getting a little juicy. Like,
yeah, like and share.
go ahead and like and share. My brother, he said he has a saying to say that share that you already did, it expired already. So go ahead and reshare this again. Go ahead and share, like and share. But like I said, it is one of those things where, because of temptation, you find yourself, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to fall. I'll say that.
It is.
It's easy to fall, and it's one of those things where, even talking to my parents, and shout out to my parents. They have 45 years of marriage, 45 years. But the thing of it is, when we look at these marriages of yesteryear and look at, the stability and the foundation and all of these marriages were built on. Not to say the temptation wasn't out there, but I personally don't feel as it was as strong as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, you ain't have to worry about Earl sliding in your DM.
You ain't had DMs back
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
but
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was, as a matter of fact, he probably gonna get me. But my dad, I remember him telling me a story about, you know what I'm saying, that he was messing with somebody woman, and I think that he was in the car with her or whatever, and the husband came driving past, and he had to lay down in the seat. As he was saying, that was the old Jack. That was the old
I
Jack.
remember that story.
Yeah, like,
I
oh man,
remember
he
hearing
didn't
that
share
one.
stories. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things. Like I said, I don't believe that, the temptation, was as high as it is. Especially, you know what I'm saying. And it's not to say, that it wasn't prevailing, but nowadays, especially, and I'll just go ahead and say it, especially in the church. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially in the church, like, whoo, the temptation in the church, like, it's crazy. Like how, and just me speaking from my own personal experiences, before I was a pastor, I was a musician. Us musicians,
Right.
We quote unquote got reputations and all that
Yes,
kind of
yes.
chill on us. Chill on us.
I'm saying before, because anybody that knows our story knows, I was crushing on Daniel when I first saw him, but I didn't make a move because I was in a relationship.
Mhm.
But before,
But you didn't even know I was a musician though.
right, I thought he was the sound guy for that.
Yeah, I thought I was just a sound
But I
man.
will say, I will always be like, I'm not messing with no musicians because it's like messing with a basketball player or whatever have you. I don't want to get entangled in those situations and be throwing, because it's crazy when you in a relationship and you find out your mate may be cheating or whatever. The first thing you want to do is go for the woman.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be throwing no women around nowhere. But then, I would not. I had a lot of musician friends when I came on the scene, but I went on that dating them
Yeah.
until I met you.
And I snuck around and they let you know I was a musician. You're like, oh my God, who is this preppy little guy, man? Who?
It's like, who is
Yeah, who is
he?
this? Who is this guy over here doing sound with the glasses on and all that, with his little button ups and all that? Who is he?
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing that I was a whole heathen.
Oh, even.
A whole heathen.
Even when we talked, I still didn't know that you. I thought you was the manager of the band.
Yeah, I was the manager.
Even when we came to your gig, you went and then it came out he was a drummer. I was like, "Ew, Lord."
So the thing of it, and the thing of it is, and is because, like I said, I'm trying to say it as nice as possible. Is I knew how to play the game, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
I should tell this one story. Should I tell this one story?
what?
When I came to one of you, when I came
Hey,
to
chill on me, man.
Then I
Chill.
came to one
Chill.
of
That
your
go to your
things.
grave, man. That go to your grave.
Like,
You want to tell it? Tell it. Go ahead, tell it. Tell
I
it.
came to one of his. Me and Dad, we wasn't together, but
No, we
was
weren't
just-
in a relationship.
We was
mate.
boning since he always talking about. That's what he got. Let's be
Boning.
honest. We was boning.
That's it. Full-fledged
And-
ball. So I was free to do whatever I wanted to do.
He
I
had
was free.
he had the band called the New ID.
Shout out to
And
New ID, man.
What club was that?
We was at the Anatomy.
They was at the Anatomy performing or doing whatever y'all was doing. And me and my friend Takara, we decided to go up there because I was invited.
Sips tea.
I was invited. So I went, we listened to him. I'm like, okay, cool, cool, cool. The show going on. After the show, people mingling. I'm like, okay, where's Daniel? Like, he done disappeared. I'm calling his phone like, dude, where are you? Like, he like, oh, I had to run downstairs real quick. I'm about to come. That's because that man had probably about 4 or 5 women.
Hey, man, chill on me.
He had about 4 or 5 of us up in there together. So he was like, but I knew
Because you was a player
I
yourself.
was a player myself. So a player recognized a player.
It's a game recognized game.
But you know what I'm saying?
It was like that. Oh, what was it? How to Be a Player with Bill Bellamy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I could. Had to go to into this one. All right, I'm done with you. Go. Like, I mean,
I
it's
wasn't mad though.
no. I mean, because you understood that at the end of the day, like, we wasn't in a full-fledged relationship. You know what I'm saying?
We wasn't in a relationship.
We was just
yet.
boning. You know what I'm saying? Did I come over that night?
No, you
I ain't come over that night.
probably went with one of your other little.
Cause I must have boned you the day before.
Oh!
So,
This is uncut.
This is
today,
it.
honey.
Must have boned you the day before.
Yeah,
So like,
get
all
your
right,
tea.
got those jaws. Let me go get these jaws.
God. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, but dude, you was.
Man, chill on me, man.
He used to have women up in the Harvard.
Man, oh my God, man. Chill on me. Dude, I mean,
He was a player.
the thing of it is, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, this ain't nothing that I'm trying to glorify anything of the nature. But we can laugh at it, you know what I'm saying, now because, we've then shared these stories. We've then sat and then laughed about this kind of stuff, different little scenarios and situations, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it even now, you know what I'm saying, even with and this was, you know what I'm saying, when we was full out here, doing our thing, but even now, you know what I'm saying, being the pastor and first lady, temptation still is prevailing. You know what I'm saying? Temptation is still around. Matter of fact, it'd be so funny where we be at drive-through windows. And, well, why she being all nice to you? Like, no, I'm just saying. Like, I'm just ordering our food, man.
No, they be actually nice.
Hey,
No, we went to Chipotle one time. I be having all the stories. We went to the Chipotle, and I was first ordering my food, and he was next. She gonna put this little bit of chicken on mine, but he come through. She put like double.
She knew I was a guy. I'm a hefty guy, man. So she figured out that I wanted a little bit more.
And I was like, oh, so she like you, huh?
Dude, you got your audacity when dudes be literally inside of Walmart when we separate and go our separate way. When you go wherever you going, or you know what I'm saying, and I go where I'm going, and you come back with stories like, man, dude came over there and told me, damn, you look with your fire. Hey. Yes, you did.
When I tell you that?
You just told, where was we just at, bruh? We was just in Walmart, I think, and you told me like some dude walked up to you, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, you full mask on. He told me, oh, man, you beautiful. I think it's the eyes. And like, oh, you beautiful, but you're fine. Hey, like,
where was we at?
was it Target?
Maybe.
We was in one of the stores.
No. We was in Walmart,
Yeah.
But this man looked at homeless, and he was like, he came and he was like, something like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, I didn't know he was talking to me, and I'm looking like, okay. He like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, he was like, how was the holidays?
Yeah, he sparking a whole conversation.
What you cook for dinner? And
Yeah.
I'm just like, who is he talking to?
I'm over the shopping and electronics,
Like,
not
with
knowing
your
that she get full gamed.
Come on, man. Brad was homeless, man.
I'm just saying, man.
He probably was crazy. We was in a Walmart, steel yard Walmart, so you never know.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like I said, it's one of those things where, like I said, temptation does come about. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me go ahead and give y'all a quick little tidbit. Man, y'all like and share this. A quick little tidbit. When we was in our relationship before, you know what I'm saying, we got married and before we became pastor and first lady, before God did a mighty work in us. Before all of that, And a lot of relationships do it. They don't fake like y'all don't do it, but her and I, we used to sub IG each other, sub tweet
All the
all
time.
the time. Like,
And some of that stuff still pop up
yeah,
now on
yeah.
Facebook. On Facebook,
Like,
like, up, I was talking about
yeah,
him.
used to sub IG, just send those subliminals and all that. And let me go ahead and be the one to say that doing that kind of stuff is like a full fledged wave the flag invitation for people to come and try to make you fall into this. Now it's like you got beef with her at this particular what? Oh, you got another story.
There's one time, no, I don't think you was sub, but you was like, you said something about being Zach off of Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. Zach
And it was a
player,
couple
though.
of girls that decided they was going to comment on there. And then they went back to some of your old pictures. That's how people sneaky. They'll go to your old pictures to think that your mate not. I would stalk you down, okay? I used to be a lunatic.
No, you want. I mean,
Over
at the
you.
end of the day, I
It was to
necessarily
the
call
point
it
where your family knew that I was a lunatic over you.
I mean, you still are.
No.
You are. You love me, don't you? Hit you with the irk. I'm wearing you down.
But I remember you did that. He was saying something about you was Zach, and the girl commented on it.
I don't even remember who it was or hey. See, hey, that shows you fellas. Hey, girl,
That
your
person
woman be
was
having these photographic memories. I remember June
nameless.
19th, 2011. You did.
Everything. I remember you put up your socks. You put up your socks for the wedding, and somebody decided to comment on there. I'm like, okay, girl, go sit down. You're done. He's married now.
But I mean, the thing of it is, and like I said, I'm not trying to glorify this. I'm not trying to make it seem as if that, that this is that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, temptation is you have people out here. You know what I'm saying? That regardless if you marry, unmarried, single, not single. You know what I'm saying? Like where because temptation is so strong, it's like okay, don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Some people don't know how to handle temptation.
You know what I'm saying? And this is true. This is very, very true. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not one to try to sit here and try to give a person a blueprint on how to handle temptation because I would be lying to you if I was to tell you that, I don't get tempted at times. I'll be lying to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not one to try to tell you, hey, you got to do this. Take a cold shower and all that. Like, I'm not one to tell you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or try to tell you how or what to do and what not to do. I personally, like, regardless of me being a pastor, being a man of God, I personally don't feel like that I am, I'm not going to say qualified to give a person advice on how to handle temptation because everybody's story is different.
Yeah.
People handle their temptations differently. I'll say that, the way that I handle mine may not work for you. You know what I'm saying? The way that you handle yours may not work for me. The way Lady Jazz may handle hers may not work. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where, you have to find your own niche. You have to find your own, avenue. One of the things it is that you strive to not fall into temptation. Now, granted, you know what I'm saying? I get it. We used to use the scripture. We all fall short and all that. All have sinned and all that kind of stuff. But a lot of times, we take that out of context and make it seem as that it gives us license to fall, gives us license to sin, give us license to, to go ahead and willingly, go into these temptation situations. Temptation situations. You should put that in the comments. Temptation situation. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things where, you have to find, what works for you, my like I said, my story, my things that I do may not work for some people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your stuff may not work for people. Some people have, better willpower, than others. So, it's one of those things where one of the things you can do is if being in certain environments is going to make you get tempted, then don't don't put yourself in certain environments. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is. Because I know that I am not a tempted to smoke weed. I could be around people. Like I said, when we was in Vegas. People around there smoking. You know what I'm saying? They didn't make me say, hey, let me get a hit. You know what I'm saying? Or even being inside of, your lounges and, where they're serving drinks and all that. I'm not tempted to drink. So it's not, one of those things where, I'm going to put oh, let me, I'm here with the drink, so let me have a drink. Like, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? Is you gonna see me up in the strip club and they shaking the rumps and all that? No, I'm not
No.
gonna be in there. You know what I'm saying?
And one thing I can say, what was my temptations? What are my temptations? I could say,
This wee.
oh my God, did you say that?
I said it.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
People gonna stop watching us because they go,
Pastor.
But I think in the beginning of when we stopped drinking and stopped going to the club, those were my temptations until I could have
Clubbing.
a
We be clubbing.
going out and kicking it and drinking until I had a strong hold on it. Of course, I was not going into anybody's lounge or like really being around people that were drinking. But now,
I mean, you definitely, like, when we first met, you used to definitely kick it. Like, you kicked it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you definitely
Yes,
kicked it.
I did.
Like, you know what I'm saying, in the spots and all that. And you know, me, I had no issue with kicking it. You know what I'm saying. But I was always, you know, I was the Netflix and chill guy before it became popular.
Right, you was like boring like that.
Nah, ain't no
All right, I'm about to go out. See you later.
yeah, have fun. I'll be right here, keeping it ready for you until you get.
Pastor, you're acting
I'm
up
sorry.
today.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but
No, but I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, like you said, you learned how to grab a hold, you know, on the things that was tempting you. You
Right.
learn how to deal with it. You know, you stop going out as much. You stop putting yourself in situations where, you know, if you go out, you know you're just gonna be drinking. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's funny because back in our prime years, every time I step foot inside of the Harvard Wine and Grill
The what?
the Harvard Wine and
The
Grill,
what?
the Harvard Wine
Okay.
and Grill
I know.
for Central Sundays. Shout out to Divas Inc. No. Every Sunday I step foot inside of there. I'm talking about I could literally walk in, you know, dap up who I'm a dap up, and before I know it, bartender coming to hand me a glass of 17.
Listen, I was trying to get him drunk.
You
so
try
I
to get
could
me drunk or
take
something?
him home. So every time he came, he definitely had a glass of 1738.
Glass of 1730. And one just take this one glass. She'll come back over there, she'll go mingle, whatever, come back over there. Oh, your cup empty? Here come another one. I'm like, dang, man. Like, man, hey, Jazz, man, she's sending them to you, man.
Yes, I was.
That's
So I
crazy.
could take advantage of him.
You bamboozled me, man.
I had a plan.
Yeah.
I had a plan. Get him
so-
drunk, get him home.
Yeah, so again, like I said, that as you say, that was your way of tempting me. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
absolutely.
Because you know, if I came inside of there every Sunday and I had that liquor in my system, you know what I'm saying? It's only gonna be one thing I want to do. Like, that's
I was
crazy.
gonna take you home.
That's what, like, we got stories, man.
Hmm.
Some of the stuff we gonna share, some of the stuff gonna go to our grave.
I'm telling it all.
You gonna
I'm gonna write a
you gonna do a tell-all book.
book.
You gonna Korean Stephens me.
Yeah, I'm gonna rest.
Try to tell all book. That's fine. I'm
everything.
gonna have my lawyer send you a cease and desist letter.
I would tell one story, but I don't want to offend nobody, so I'm just gonna leave it there.
What story is it?
One time you was drunk off in that corner.
Man, chill, man. I sleep though. In the spot, drunk as a skunk.
Jar
sleep.
know the story.
Hey, man.
Jariel.
Hey, chill on me. Chill on me, man.
I was like, I'm gonna beat somebody up.
Was we together then?
Yes.
We was.
Because you, no, we
See,
wasn't.
you were just ready to beat up people, and you
We
wasn't
wasn't
in my squeeze. Like, you were just
I was the
boning.
main squeeze.
Okay, but we was just boning.
But
You didn't have
I'm trying
those
to think.
papers.
Yeah, I didn't have the papers all the way, but it was halfway.
Halfway. You was on your way. You definitely was on your way. Everybody knew, you know what I'm saying, that.
No, remember the one time that we was in the harbor? All the stories is at the harbor.
That's
Remember
why
the
we
one
kept
time
it
we
at.
was in a full relationship, but this girl, we didn't know her. And you was on I think you was on the dance floor or something.
And she came and took
she
my
walked
hat.
up to you and she took your
my
hat and she started
And then
dancing.
said, hey,
I was at the bar and I was like,
hey, you better give me that hat back, young lady. Hey, she'll come over here and throw you through a wall. Give me that hat back. You better give me that. Hey, literally on the dance floor, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Shoot my 1-2, and she
She
walked
like,
right up to me. Ooh, hey,
I'm
grab
not.
my hand. Hey, all you see was the music. It was like the music stopped. Jazz looked up. I said, hey, sweetheart. Hey, you better give me that hat back. That girl, she is on the way over here.
Listen,
That's funny.
but like I can honestly say, when you were a player and before we got like all the way serious, you never had me in any situations where I had to beat somebody up or get into a fight. You know how most people have drama and it's like the girls is in there fighting and he just sitting back like grr grr. You know.
I mean,
You know, whatever you did back then and whoever you did it with, the female had respect for you to know not to come to me.
I think they was just more afraid of you than it was
I
the
don't
respect
think
from
I
you.
don't think no one was afraid of me. I think it was just more so. Maybe.
No, I mean, but that's a whole nother topic for another day. Because a
Maybe.
lot of the times the drama comes from, you know, like guys just not being real. Like at the end of the day, like if I'm just trying to bone, I'm just trying to bone. You know what I'm
And
saying? Like,
even some guys can be real and some girls still,
true.
you
This is
know,
true. This is
catch
true.
feelings and be like, well, I don't care. I've seen it done.
I mean, this is true. This is true.
So I
I,
can honestly say, like, out of our whole relationship, I have never had to put my hands on somebody.
thank you, Jesus.
So,
Ooh,
so
he's a mighty good guy, ain't he?
it's a mess.
Gotta
But
sip that twice. Right?
I'm saying, like, it's always been what it's been.
I mean, this is true. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I mean, people that have been around us and know our story and know, all that we've been through, the breakups to makeups and
Oh my gosh, boy! I think we broke up like every other day, didn't we?
the breakups to makeups to, me out here doing my thing to, you know, you out here, going on dates. Um,
Oh my gosh!
you
I
know,
went on one date
that's what you tell
on a
me.
breakup.
That's what you tell me.
One
That's what you tell me.
date.
Hey, that's what you tell me. You know what I'm saying? We ain't
And
see.
let me say this. When I went on my date, and I bumped into, we be name dropping.
Don't name drop. Don't do that, man.
No, not
Oh,
that. They saw me. I mean, I don't care.
oh.
I bumped into Brandon, and he was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
When I was on my date, I'm like, "It is what it is."
I mean, and then when I found out about that date, oh Lord,
It is
oh
so,
Lord.
females, if you are with me, it is so crazy how a man could do so.
Why?
No, we're gonna go
How
here.
did this?
We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here.
No, how did this turn into this? Oh my God.
Females, my
I
ladies.
think this all the time we got, ladies and gentlemen.
It's almost all the time we got, but we're gonna end right here. It is crazy how a man could take you through the ringer and back, and you still gonna hold it. If you love that person, you gonna ride with them.
Gosh, the fellas
You
gonna
cry.
tell me I done lost all types of cool points.
You gonna cry, you ride, take them back. But soon as you do something,
I died.
they die.
I died.
Oh Lord, this
You
guy
went on a date. Did you kiss him?
on a date. I went on a date.
I
Like,
needed
this
to know
man-
all details, bruh.
Huh?
I needed to know all details
Like,
about your
this
date.
man was out here doing his thing. That's before we was married. When we was broke up, he was out here doing his thing. No, whatever. I was so hurt, but I just, I was strong though. Your sister was riding with me too, but I was strong. And he found out I went on one date. This was our last breakup,
Oh, yeah, it was the end of the world.
and he was like, he was sitting at the bar. And he was like something. He like, I'm like, I went on a date. You would have thought the music stopped on that. Like, what? Oh, what?
But see, no, this is when we actually decided that we was going to try to rekindle. We was going to go on a date. We met at the bar to have conversation and all that. We was going to talk about, our relationship and all that. And we was going
You
to ask.
would've thought he died.
We was going to have the truth. It was like,
Like, dude, I'm not like.
you definitely told me, like, yeah, I went on a date. I literally I just felt the knife just go right through my heart.
Now, mind you, we done broke up how many times?
It's true.
And all through all our breakups, I never went on dates or anything. Like, I was just like in the house, sitting up in my room.
Man, shut up. No, you wasn't, man.
And all of that. 'Cause
No,
I
you
was so
wasn't.
distraught. Yes, I
You was
was.
out here partying, man.
No, not for real.
You was out here partying. I never get when we was broken up and then you walked in. You was in the harbor on a date, man.
See, I was not on a date. The guy was just sitting next to me at the
Hey, you
bar.
made it seem like that you was on a date.
I
Like,
mean, I
oh,
had to
let me make him
it-
jealous.
I had to.
Hey, boy.
Yeah, I had to because that was like our probably like fifth breakup.
Yeah.
I was sick of you, so I had to make him think. Oh, there we go.
Mm.
I had to make him think that, you ain't the only one out here. I could do me too.
People's coming up. Oh my God, I don't
They-
want to see you guys like
Right,
this.
they
Oh my-
was
you
like-
guys gave us hope. Like,
Like, well, you were there. Hope is lost.
nah.
No, but
I never forget the day when I had a full sucker attacking inside of the gateway with you up in.
oh
We out of town, man. We go. Hey, full sucker attack.
Listen,
Man, we out of town.
Okay, we
man.
out of town. But our friends that's been there through the breakups and the makeups, and our friends that I don't even know who's all up there.
Hey, dude, like, dang, homie, you ain't get the number yet.
The
Chill,
whole
man. Chill on me.
bouncer was like, I mean, he had me hemmed up. Now, mind you, he had broke up with me. He broke up with me.
We out of
And
time, dude.
Okay,
Like, what is you
I'll
doing?
tell y'all on the next episode.
No, we moving on
He
to a whole
broke up
nother time.
with me. He broke up. I'm getting all pumped. He broke up with me. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the gateway on the Thursday, ladies' night. I'm going to go. And who comes walking through the door?
It was ladies' night. I
And
broke
he
up
had
with you,
me
so I wanted to see what was in
hemmed
there.
up by the bathroom. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm just, like, what are you saying?
I'm
Like,
saying, Gina, please.
like, what are you saying?
We got stories. That is
We
funny.
have stories. Like, what are you saying? You had me hemmed up. I couldn't even mingle and try to
It
get
was
me a
over
new,
with. No,
I
ain't
couldn't
no
get me a new date.
Ain't no new date. Hey, I walked in there, seen her. She was looking all good and stuff. Said, "Oh no, this over with. I'm gonna come here. Let me talk to you." Hey, for the whole night, you ain't going out here dancing. Hey, the homies was bringing me drinks and all that because I was in here, in here on full-fledged Captain Kirk mode, saving you. Like, no, man, it's over with,
And
man.
the bouncer sure did come up in there like, dang, you ain't get the number yet. You like, no, I just start rating my girl.
Yeah.
Like, dude, straight was blocking.
Hey, but look where it got us.
Yeah, I mean,
So it worked. Fellas, it worked. But yo, hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. We way over our time, man.
Yes.
Please forgive us. But thank y'all so much for tuning in as we discussed about, fighting temptations. Seem like with all these stories, we may have some more to But yo,
stay
hey.
prayed up on your temptation.
Yeah, that's one of the main things, you know what I'm saying? You could definitely fight temptations with prayer. There's different other things you could do. Like I said, find what works for you. Definitely find what works for you. But do us a favor. Go ahead and still share this video. If you like the content, you like, what Lady Jazz and I are doing here with Morning Manna, then please, ma'am, please, sir, tell somebody. Share this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Therefore, we can share all of what we are doing out here to the world, letting people know that it is okay to have conversations about the different topics that we are having conversations about.
Correct.
We are the pastor and we are the first lady, but we're not just trying to make it seem like that, that we don't put our pants leg on one leg at a time, just like everybody else do. So feel free to go ahead and share this content. Again, shout out to Anchor for making it possible for us. Making it possible for us to be able to share this content to all of the digital platforms. Again, another big shout out to our black. Well, he is a dark skinned dude. But big shout out to our business. Shout out our business spotlight for this morning. Touch of Love, Car Wash and Detail. And shout out to you, Boog. Make sure that y'all hit him up to take advantage of his specials. Anything else you got, Sweets?
No, don't forget to subscribe.
been doing so good, man. As soon as you get to that word, it's just like,
Don't forget
my
to
mommy said.
don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Morning Manna Show.
That's all you got.
It.
Well, cool. Well, again, I'm Pastor Dare.
I'm Lady Dress.
Peace and blessings.
Have a great day.